Hello and welcome to the latest health news that you will not see on the mainstream media, and that's what I'm here to do here today. Will the rise of machines take over your eye health? This is exactly what we should be talking about. How the media is actually controlling people's perceptions, and people are consuming the media through technology, and technology is this thing that we're addicted to because it's giving us dopamine rushes, and technology is this thing that's bombarding our life because it's literally everywhere. So now they're making smart contact lenses, right? Because the UN Agenda 21 or whatever says that they do all smart technology, smart meters, smart contact lenses, smart TVs, smart phones. You'll notice that's a very, very common theme. Why is that? Because it has Wi-Fi, because it has all these EMF rays that cause radiation and cancer. So common themes among smart products. Let's see. So it says that, though, this can actually help, and, judge this how you wish. I'll let you decide for yourself. It says glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness in people over 60, and is caused by abnormally high pressure in the eye. The pressure is a result of a buildup of fluid that leads to vision problems and is associated with high blood pressure, diabetes, and more. Okay, so right there off the bat, high blood pressure, diabetes, those are lifestyle influences that happen from diet, from lifestyle, from foods you're eating. There are ways to promote better eye health that might relieve pressure and reduce the risk of glaucoma. Exactly. You don't necessarily have to get a smart, contact eye thing, whatever that is. I mean, what is it? It's not really a thing. We created this, and it's some people it's gonna be, oh, it's amazing, it's something's really cool. But when everything around you is smart, when everything is emitting rays, when everything is being controlled and you're being watched and everything's being listened to and so forth, are you going to be a little concerned at all, especially when there's reports and there's lawsuits and all this other stuff happening that's also not reported on the media? So it says some of the things you might want to try is eating a healthy and nutrient-dense diet rich in zinc, copper, selenium, and antioxidant vitamins A, C, and E, ACE. Exercise safely. Getting regular cardiovascular exercise might help limit eye pressure. Your eyes are the windows to the soul, right? Limit caffeine intake. Sip fluids frequently, but don't consume a quart or more within a short period. Right, do it gradually through time. And the same thing with your diet. If you're going to transition with your lifestyle, as you should with a guide and a coach, which is another reason why you should have one, is because it should be a very gradual process. It should go with your body. It should go according to you. You need someone there with you to test you. You can't just get it off the internet and just go with what the internet says. Okay, I'm just showing studies and articles here. But I'm not telling you exactly what you should be doing on this diet is the best and all that. No, it's a matter of you, your individual body. So you need to see somebody in person so they could see what's your body type, what's your blood type, and they should understand. They should have a learning understanding what's the blood type diet, what's the Ayurvedic body types, what are all these things. Right, so that's why health coaches are so beneficial, and that's why they work alongside doctors, because doctors don't learn about nutrition. They don't fill in those gaps that they don't know, right? Then it says sleep with a wedged pillow to keep the head slightly elevated. Yeah, and those are some things that you can start doing now if you choose to do so. So definitely keep that in mind. So is your diet keeping you up at night? It says Americans eat a lot of refined carbs. I said it, right? It's the food world order. Stuff like white bread and pasta, cake, cookies, sugary sweets, and drinks are essential components of the standard American diet, the SAD diet. Insomnia is becoming a standard part of American life, with estimates suggesting that roughly 30% of the population suffers from insomnia, being they can't sleep. They can't sleep. The number one thing, right? People say sleep is the best medicine. Right off the bat. Why is it that we're not getting sleep if it's the best medicine? We need to look at that. And they talk about insulin, they talk about blood sugar. They say try eating less refined foods and more whole ones, rich in fiber, and you may get the quality shut-eye you desire. Exactly. And it's not necessarily that you can't eat before bed. I would suggest staying away from those sleepy teas that might actually cause you to pee during the night. I call them PPTs. But generally speaking, you can try things like melatonin, red light, and chamomile extract, and L-theanine and GABA, and so forth. But generally speaking, you could actually eat before bed if you wanted to, in certain foods that are high in tryptophan, could help you sleep, potentially, but you really have to see what it is for yourself. You got to experiment and see what's going to help you get more sleep. Maybe I don't want to drink water at past a certain time, so I don't have to wake up and go to the bathroom, for example. There's things to look at, particularly step by step. We need to break it down. That's another reason why sometimes you need guidance, is because it can be hard, especially when we're looking at this general scope. We see, you need to help your children, you need to help yourself, you need to help your job. There's so much that you have to focus on. Who can order it down for you? Who can make it step by step for you? That's what it comes down to. So 63% of Americans use sleep aids. It says the U.S. Food and Drug Administration announced that it would require sedative hypnotics, a class of sleep medication used to treat insomnia, to carry a black box warning stating drug side effects may include dangerous behaviors done while sleeping, such as eating, walking, driving, or engaging in a range of activities during sleep that could lead to injury or death. So that doesn't sound very good. And being that most people are using sleep aids because they have insomnia, and those sleep aids could lead to death, yeah, that doesn't sound good at all, especially when sleep is supposed to be the best medicine. So, and you're taking this drug to help you sleep, which is the best medicine, but yet you have a higher risk of death. Please tell me that, at all that makes sense. So it says including vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin B12, magnesium, potassium, and calcium. Herbal sleep aids that may actually naturally improve sleep include CBD oil, valerian root, and chamomile. And there's also so many more. But generally, if you have a healthy lifestyle, a healthier way of eating, high quality foods, and foods that actually feed your body and are right for you, then you will automatically notice better sleep, higher energy, so forth, right? So you can go on camera like this and you can rant to the world whether anybody cares or not. But I know somebody will, which is why I make these videos, right? So it's important to note that what we do in this life makes an impact in some way. So pulling all-nighters will lower your grade point average and increase the risk of weight gain. So this says the frightening things sleep loss can do to your body and mind. So now we see some of the side effects from not getting enough sleep. So it says less than 6 hours of sleep per night increases the risk of weight gain, cancer, heart disease, accidents, depression, and anxiety. There we go again, depression and anxiety. It says even just one sleepless night can raise anxiety levels by as much as 30%, according to a recent study by the University of California, Berkeley, published in Nature Human Behavior. It says we also know that consistently getting a sufficient amount of sleep, that's 7 to 9 hours per night for adults and most people that we see, increases our mood and productivity, reduces our risk for diabetes, helps us manage stress, and strengthens our immune system to help us avoid getting sick. Now there are people out there that says, oh, well, I strive on getting 4 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours, whatever. And that's cool. But when you see something bad is happening, maybe you want to experiment a little bit with your sleep. Maybe you want to experiment a little bit with your water intake. Maybe you want to experiment a little bit with your career, with your relationships, with whatever it is. That's why you need a health coach to look at all these aspects. But you don't necessarily do. You just have to look at it for yourself too, which that's why we all have that innate blueprint to heal. And so looking at it and saying, okay, well, is it that I need to experiment? And likely, yeah, because that's how you get science, right? Is through trial and error, through experimentation. Then we get our results and our conclusions. Then we can make a meta-analysis. Then we could look at all the studies, and then we could see, well, what is it exactly that we can do? What is it that we have to repeat as a study to ensure its accuracy? Can we actually say this is proven? Can we say that this is exactly what my body will react to if I do this at this certain time? But eventually, because you're investigating so much, you will know the answers. Because you care to know about your body, you will get the answers that you deserve because you put the incentive, you put the effort into knowing about it. So great props to you if you are doing that. And if you need help, well, you know where we are. So turn down the temperature, it says, if you're struggling with insomnia. Power down your devices and implement a relaxing bedtime routine. So power down your devices. It's not just the blue light. It's the EMF radiation. Turn down the temperature, right? A colder brain, warmer body, because people, put blankets over them. So it's funny when they say sleep cool, but the only thing that's staying cool is up here, technically, right? And then it says implement a relaxing bedtime routine. So, make it so that way you do naturally fall asleep. Maybe you want to listen to some music. Maybe you want to do a little bit of exercises. What is it that will work best for you?